Everything that R. Kelly is accused of, he did it. I don't care who agrees with me and who doesn't. And the Black community goes above and beyond to defend this man and his actions, even though it's obvious that everything he's accused of is true. But I get it because it's like second nature, because you do that within your own family. You overlook or defend the weird, pervy uncle, but disown your gay child. Sounds like a pattern. Love and basketball was overrated. I said what I said. That young man did not appreciate her until he was at his wits' fucking end. He treated her like a second option for 95% of the goddamn movie. But you people call it goals because they both know how to dribble.
You don't have to season everything. Not everything. Why are we seasoning macaroni and cheese? It's already salty from the cheese.
Fuck it. I got time today. BET puts out some of the worst television shows, period. Tyler Perry does more to harm the Black community than he has ever done to help it. Chitlins will never be good. I don't care how many times you have to watch it. Fuck Bill Cosby, fuck R. Kelly, fuck Chris Brown. Just because you Black doesn't mean I have to support you. If you're a bigot, a homophobe, or someone just generally awful, I'm not talking with you. I'm sorry, but 50 stacks is not a lot of money. Black parents, stop hitting your kids. Also, I don't care if it blows up the family. Expose the freaking predators and rapists that exist in the community. This one only if you're religious, but you can't just pray to God and hope things happens. The whole thing is doing your own work. And finally, for the love of God, teach the next generation how to play spades. It's a simple game, but they are confused.
You shouldn't wash your chicken before you cook it. Like, it literally does nothing.
The amount of damage that Dr. Umar does to the Black community is astronomical. Dr. Umar's whole thing is Blackness, and we love it. We love Black pride. But he also said homosexual Black men are fake. He said that they're literally pushing a white agenda to make Black communities less masculine. He also doesn't value women as high as he values men. Beyond that, he spreads hate towards like every race except his own, which is weird. And he makes people act like this. And when people act like this, they become bad people, just like him. I hope that people who support Dr. Umar start to have original thoughts in their own way of thinking, because his is just not okay.
Well, a lot of people are gonna have some fun roasting me on this one. Not all cups are bad. I do not support the BLM organization or movement. You're not a colorist or a traitor if you decide to have a relationship with a white person. Not all Black people are oppressed. Obama was not a good president. You can be Black and be conservative. And last, I don't know if this counts, but I actually really love country music. Okay, bye!
Okay, so y'all know how we've been having a lot of discourse about how Black men are super guilty of fetishization of like other races of women and fetishization of like mixed babies and stuff. A lot of Black women are guilty of the exact same thing. A lot of Black women also sometimes do it a little bit worse than Black men do. I know and have seen countless Black women who say the same stuff that we call Black men out for, like, oh, I want a mixed baby, I want a baby with good hair, I want a man of XYZ race and ethnicity, and like we don't often call them out on it. Sometimes I have noticed that there tends to be a double standard when it comes to interracial dating in the Black community. And I'm not defending Black men who fetishize other races of women, because I could do a whole nother video on that. But what I'm saying is, when like a Black woman fetishizes other races of men, like we try to give them so much leeway. Like, no, it's still wrong.
Non-binary and trans, Black and Indigenous people of color are intentional rebirths of our ancestors. Now let me tell you why. Because while the cultures and practices of Indigenous and African people were very different, they revered these people all the same. And in many African cultures, these people were seen as very powerful and sometimes mages because they were chosen by the gods. because they held the spirit of man and woman. Many African communities were also matriarchal, led by women and lesbians. And you can't convince me that a whole group of people chosen by the gods were just gonna allow themselves to be exterminated by the settlers and not have a plan to give them hell later. Also, like, some of the most like powerful spiritual people that are like in touch with like mind and emotion are queer. You can try to tell me I'm wrong, but you can't, because the ancestors don't lie, sis. They don't lie. But research it for yourself, girl. Google is, free. But if you want my help, comment down below.
Just one? Shit, I got a couple. Let me start it off. Black people who still believe in Jesus Christ are just as much of an obstacle as white supremacy. The majority of black men who still refer to women as females or the B word are on the down low. The same women that scream black men are the weakest link are the same women that say black men aren't protecting us. You cannot have black male privilege while simultaneously living under a system designed to kill you. It is a fact that most black women you've met were touched as a child. What is not mentioned is the women and other adults that not only allowed it to happen, even though they knew it was happening, but also made excuses for it. And finally, black lives don't really matter to the majority of black people. How do I know this? Refer back to my Jesus comment.
I said something like this on my main account, and y'all dragged me to hell and back, so I feel like it's only fair to present the same level of bullshit over here. Mixed people with white mothers, specifically mixed women with white mothers, are the most vocal about black issues, while simultaneously being the most disrespectful while they're vocal about black issues. A lot of y'all have a need to anchor your blackness based on how you got treated by the black community, because too many black people try to quantify other people's blackness, and they told you that you were not black enough, so you grew up and decided that you were going to out-black those black folks. But too often we forget that y'all are part oppressor. Like, you're 50% colonizer. So when y'all try to check our blackness, it's a little sus.
Black people who seek white validation are actually just victims of white supremacy. They got their mentality from the colonizer. So I know it's hard, but let's try to give them some grace. Hopefully they'll wake up soon.